So you're a beginner guitarist and you want to learn your first chords. In this video, I'm going to teach you the first 5 guitar chords that every beginner guitarist should learn. Like and subscribe. I hope by this time you already know the names of the 6 strings, and to remember the names you can use the mnemonic Eddie 8 Dynamite, Goodbye Eddie. Eddie, E, 8, A, Dynamite, D, Good, G, Bye, B, Eddie, higher E, sorry. So if you already know the names of those 5 strings, it will be easier to direct you on where to place your fingers. So the first chord is the A minor. The A minor, how you play it is this finger on the B string, the first fret of the B string, okay, this finger, the middle finger, on the second fret of the D string, and this finger, the ring finger, on the second fret of the G string. And how you play it starts from the fifth, from the A string. That's the A minor chord. Now you can play your first chord. The next chord to learn is the C major chord. How you play the C major chord is already your fingers are placed in the A minor position. Remove your ring finger and place it on the 3rd fret of the A string. That is the only adjustment you need to make from the A minor to the C major chord, right? And I know the C major chord seems like such a stretch, like your fingers are going to jump out of their sockets, but I promise with practice you'll get better. So basically, how you play the C major chord is the pointing finger on the 1st fret of the B string, the middle finger on the 2nd fret of the D string, and the ring finger on the 3rd fret of the A string, leaving the G string open and the lower E string open. Sorry, that's my cat. Snowy! Hear the difference, A minor, C major. The 3rd chord is the E minor chord, and how you play it is the pointing finger on the 2nd fret of the A string, and the middle finger on the 2nd fret of the D string. And you play all 6 strings. Unlike the A minor and the C major chord, which starts from the 5th string going forward, in the A minor chord you play from the E string, from the 6th string, all 6 strings. That's the A minor chord, and it's super easy. It's just you use 2 fingers. And now you can play 3 chords. You can play the A minor chord, you can play the C major chord, you can play the E minor chord. Already with those 3 chords you can play so many modern songs. The 4th chord to learn is the D chord, D major chord. How to play it is the pointing finger on the 2nd fret of the G string, the middle finger on the 2nd fret of the higher E string, and the ring finger on the 3rd fret of the B string. And these ones you start playing from the D string. That's the D major chord. The 5th and last chord you should know as an absolute beginner is the G major chord. And how you play it is, take your ring finger, place it on the 2nd fret of the A string, your middle finger on the 3rd fret of the lower E string, and your ring finger on the 3rd fret of the higher E string. And the D, G, and B strings will be open. And how the G major chord sounds is, that's a G major chord. And now with those 5 chords, A minor chord, the C major chord, the E minor chord, the D major chord, the G major chord, you can play your first 5 chords. The most important thing at this stage is the correct finger positioning. Don't focus too much on speed at this point. The more important thing is place your fingers where they're supposed to be. With that, you can play millions of songs that you love, and hopefully that will encourage you to keep going on this guitar journey. My name is Faith, and subscribe to my channel and like this video. Bye!